human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio.
He's doing a countdown. He's
What?
doing a countdown.
Hello! Ladies! Yeah, there was a countdown thing, because we
Ladies!
usually do a countdown, and then you clearly had just started without the countdown.
I had! Yeah!
You jumped the gun, Cole.
I started before you even got here.
Oh,
so.
terrible. Where is my... Here we go. Nope, that's not the right one. Story time. Hey! My big face! So, here's the thing. Before we even start anything, I have stuff to show off. So...
Let's come over here to empty screen so we can see artists. There'll be a delay.
I'm gonna chuck in the multi, but like, here you go. Anyway, so I've been organizing merch shit, for like the past month and a half to try and get stuff together. And it's not quite perfect yet, so the merch store is not officially live. There is a sneaky way that you can get to it and buy things now, but they're not perfect. So give it a couple more days and then you'll be able to buy shit. But there are hoodies with our lovely Mush Dragon on it. Mush Dragon. And then we've also got t-shirts with the Mush Dragon. Not all of the merch has arrived. Hey, Mush Dragon. Then we've also got. Just gonna get naked on camera. Then we've also got the. Oh no, that's not gonna work. I'm too sexy. We've also got the arbitrator.
Oh my god, is that the fucking arbitrator?
It's the arbitrator.
I want that.
You can
I
get.
want that as a shirt.
You can get the arbitrator shirt.
Oh my god, I need that in my life.
There's also gonna be the Mush Mimic. There's gonna be the Koi. There's gonna be like 2 or 3 other designs. All of them come as hoodies, t-shirts, and as like prints, like sticker prints that you can get. So all of those designs will be up there. You'll be able to purchase them. It doesn't give me a whole lot of profit, so only really buy them if you like the design and you actually want it, because it gives me a few dollars here and there, but like most of the money is going towards Streamlabs, the company that does the merch for it. The quality's pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. It does need a wash when it first comes out, but you know, that's always a thing. Puppies are going crazy. But yeah, so that's announcement. Enjoy things.
So cool. I love the arbitrator shirt. That's either need a hoodie or a shirt. I'm not sure. I don't usually do hoodies because I've got my hoods. You know, my Viking hoods. I make them, so they kind of become redundant. If I get a hoodie.
I mean, you could have a hoodie with a Viking hood over the top.
Yeah, I could have both. In fact, like I said, so Artist and I are planning on going on a camping trip. If you've heard of the tale of Odin, he went and killed himself for 9 nights and 9 days, and then came back to life like Jesus. We're gonna do the exact same thing in the woods, in the winter, in the mountains. Yep. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, I don't know why you keep deciding that it's winter that we're going to be doing it.
It doesn't have to be in the winter. I just like to say that because your face cringes a little bit every time I say it.
Well, because it's a Melbourne winter. It's going to be snowing and fucking cold.
It won't be in Melbourne. It'll be Victoria, but
it'll be Victoria.
But yeah. So we're gonna go camping at some point.
So we're gonna go camping, and then I'm gonna hang Cog for 9 days and.
Exactly. And I'll be making hoods like this one I'm currently wearing. As you guys can see, it's got like a triangle shape here. How about I make my face a bit bigger for a second while I'm talking about this?
Good plan.
Where's my big me? Big me, there you are.
Big me!
Big me! Alright, so yeah. As you guys can see, there's kind of like a triangular shape here. This is what's called a skjoldhum. I think I said that properly. I asked my Norwegian friend if I said it properly, and he was like, I have no idea, man. I was like, oh, okay, thanks.
Thanks, buddy. Helpful.
Thanks, buddy. Helpful. We just call them hoods. We call them weird medieval hoods. And I'm like, okay, fucking reenactors.
I don't know, man. I'm not a Viking.
Fucking Hema reenactors.
Here.
So yeah, I'm making these for Artist and me, but in like very thick and strong material, with pockets and like clips and things. So it'll be camping worthy hoods. Protect you from the elements. If anyone wants any of those, express interest, I guess, and I can make some. I might have to sell them as merch at some point myself.
Yeah.
I hand sew them because I don't have a sewing machine. Otherwise, I'd probably...
You could make like an Etsy store and sell it through that.
I could sell merch. I could be a merch boy.
You could be a merch boy. You could be a proper e-boy.
I could be a rockin' merchant! Wow!
Yeah.
You know what? That should be just a whole warband. It's just like a band...
A war
like
band.
A musical. Yeah, for like some kind of LARPing event. We should just be like a whole band of like musicians. They don't actually all have to play either. They could just sing or dance. And the whole thing is that they're like rock stars style. So it's all themed after classic 60s to 80s and even like early 90s British rock / punk.
You could do that. I could see like a traveling bardic troupe, like a group of players. Yeah. But I would much rather see like 70s, 80s glam rock, a la Kiss.
Yeah, put glam. Yeah, absolutely.
Just
like
running into battle war paint on, like looking like Peter Criss.
Little bit like our old group, the Good Riders, but with a little bit more like sparkle, you know?
Yeah, a lot more sparkle.
A lot more sparkle.
All right.
So what are we doing today,
music.
Artist? We're going to do some music.
Adventure! Today, you're climbing this tower that's in front of us now.
Presumably, if you're just training up, you could come with me for the...
Yeah, I could. I don't know if there's anything particularly interesting up there, but yeah, I could do that. And then I'm gonna try and attempt the Elite Four for this area, for the Hoenn League, and see if I can
Hoenn around.
I'm gonna see if I can at least like get halfway through. I don't think I will be able to because they're significantly higher level than us, and my Pokemon typing is not amazing just yet. And then I'm gonna work out exactly what it is that we are going to need to be able to beat them all. I know you have to beat May in the Elite Four, and you have to beat, the 4 other champions. So
Well, so oh yeah, it's like well,
it's like Gary. Yeah.
Smell you later.
Smell you later. All right, let's go.
Let's go. So I had oh, hello. She's got a bicycle in here.
Yep.
Dangerous in a tower, but okay.
A little bit.
Oh no.
Especially with all these stones
okay.
around.
I thought that might be a. Oh my god! What is this?
What is it?
A wild Banetti? Bayonet?
Is that a
I
ghost?
don't have one of these.
Ghost type?
I believe so. Ghost is super effective against it, and so is Dark.
Yeah, then it would be a ghost type.
Or could it be the fact that it... No, it can't be physical. These are all physical.
I'm fighting a clay doll. Which I also haven't caught yet, so I'm going to catch it.
Oh, watch out. He's a legendary thief.
He's a legendary thief! Look
Yeah,
out!
he's a
legendary thief!
Look out! Oh, he's a legendary thief! Oh my god, look out!
Really hope someone clipped that.
No, not only did I clip it, actually, okay, I didn't clip it, but I am making a video about it.
Oh, very good.
I went back and downloaded it, I was like, this needs to be something. I'm gonna, like...
Needs to be a
I'm
thing.
gonna turn this into a video.
The puppies are probably going to be quite loud shortly.
Okay,
So
that's all good.
just a warning.
So here's a question. What drew you to do Arbitrator instead of Hastor? Because I thought for sure that you'd do like a dark sort of Hastor dragon shirt or hood.
So, I'll be honest, most of the merch that I've made is just artworks I already had finished. So I cleaned them up, I made them nicer so that it would, like, make sense to sell it. As a sort of a quality artwork. But they were all artworks that I spent a fair amount of time on, or that I really liked the design of, and that I had already finished, so that I could just kind of throw them together. Because I originally, it was for setting up the merch store, I just wanted something in there. I wasn't really fussed about, you know, them being perfect. I wasn't making new things for it. All the stuff that's going to come after this point is all going to be new things specifically for the merch store. So... up until this point, it's just, you know, what I had on hand. So the Mush Dragon is not amazing, but I love the design.
I've got this, like, idea in my head now, right? Like, you kind of... It's Hastor, but it's like, it is the shadow of young Hastor and what he could become sort of looming behind him, you know? The ascension. Just the shadow of Hastor. Like that would be
the shadow of Hastor. Is that like the shadow of Mordor?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like the shadow of Mordor.
Lizzie Bell's just been attacked by Henrold.
I mean, I've been attacked by my entire...
Oh, that's right. Lizzie Bell got back from work now.
She's just got back. Yes.
She gets to be a part of the stream tonight.
She does.
Because this stream is sponsored by Lizzie Bell.
Lizzie Bell! She's definitely human.
She could be human, I think.
You think? This stream is also sponsored by this rock right here. What a lovely rock.
You too could lick rocks. Oh, did you draw a rock?
Yeah, I drew a rock for my stream.
Is that the rock we're going to use in our...
Probably not, but... I thought it was funny.
So, do you want me to go and, like, video clip rocks and do that bit, or do you want to just, like, draw rocks that we'll just use? Or do you
I
want,
mean,
like,
I have no idea, honestly. We'll do whatever we decide to do in the end, but I thought it was funny.
I personally love it. I love it. You two could lick rocks.
You too could lick rocks. Oh, I forgot to mention, you need a bike in here. So the dangerous lady with the bike was actually on purpose. Because as you ride over the cracks,
He said cracks.
if you don't ride over them fast enough, you fall through.
Oh fuck! Okay.
So you could fall down and land on the next level.
I think I'm making the wrong decision here.
Perhaps you are.
Speaking of shirt designs, if anyone's interested, I've got a friend who designs and sells his shirts. It's his sort of passion business that he's working on at the moment. There are links in my About Me section below into the folks that I support. I'm wearing one of his shirts right now. It's super comfortable. I'm not even kidding. I wear it all the time. Just it's so comfy. It's such a comfy shirt.
Well promoted.
Thank you. I'm not sponsored yet. He said he would sponsor me if he had money, but he's poor, so.
Fair.
Any more reason for you guys to go and buy his shirts? Then maybe I could have a sponsor. You would be helping me get a sponsor. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be pretty cool.
And I'd have to appreciate all y'all for helping me.
You would. You'd have to show appreciation and support in return.
Lizzie Bell's ordering me to eat biscuits.
I mean, you should eat something.
I've had multiple meals today. I had sushi for breakfast with wasabi. It was great.
Very nice.
I had some delights for lunch. Box of delights.
Is that lunch?
Yeah, that's lunch.
It's a snack.
Kind of lunch. Basically lunch.
Kind of lunch.
It's very lunch-like.
It's lunch adjacent. I'll give you that.
I had a thing of garlic bread with some pizza for dinner.
Very nice.
So
that's a meal. That counts.
Then I had some of the cookies already. They were so good. I was almost tempted to eat the whole pack, but then if I ate the whole pack, I wouldn't have any cookies left. So I was like, I gotta save some of these for tomorrow because these are fantastic. These are breakfast material right here.
I wish I had some cookies. I should have got some today, actually. I was at the shops and I was like, oh yeah, I'll you know, quickly grab some stuff, and then I failed to get myself treats, which I really should have just.
Some artist treats. Would you do it for an artist snack?
I might do it for an artist snack.
That's it. I'm gonna design you your very own cookies. I'll get my buddy Austin to help me make a cast so that I can like make a cookie cutter, New World Artist cookie cutter. They should look like your face. That would actually be really cool.
That would be terrifying. Why would I want that?
Give them to Lizzie Bell for Christmas.
Oh, God, no.
Here you go, Bell. Here you go, Lizzie Bell. Christmas cookies. New World Artist cookies for Christmas.
It'd be terrifying.
So many bad ideas. I'm such an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you should make all of them. Go on, get to it.
Should I?
Get to it.
I've got too much ADD for that. I'm sorry. I can only work on so many. Ooh, I think I might be stuck in here. Oh wait, so we gotta go through the cracks?
Yeah.
Ah! Oh. There he is. No, no. I saw you go back. I was like, clearly this is the wrong spot because he went back.
No, that's the right way.
That looks terrifying.
Yeah.
Why does that look? That looks like what I imagine would happen if I was to touch a ball of dust. You know, when I'm cleaning. A ball of like random hair and dust. It looks like the kind of thing that you'd find in the bottom of a shower after an old man has been in it.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm old.
I'm old and Pokemon is bad. So
bad.
Dusclops has a black hole inside it.
Well, that's fucking terrifying. Who bioengineers these things? Is this like Resident Evil? Like the Umbrella Corporation?
I believe
made
that's
Pokemon?
the right one. I'll have to double check it now.
Like, that is my headcanon now, is that Pokemon was is a Resident Evil Umbrella sequel. Coffee's good. This Dusclops has beaten up my my bat. I'll just stuff. Really should have gone back to pick up myself a oh, you're back in here. Pick my Meowth up. It's not Meowth anymore, the upgraded version, but should have gone and picked it up because money is good, and I've got like 2,000, 3,000 left. Let's throw out my Blaziken. Blaziken, go!
Go.
This should be leveling up my Tropius. It's too late to put an XP share on them. We can't do that during
Oh
Blaze
no!
kick.
It's not this Pokemon. This is the Pokemon that swallows you into its body and then eats your soul and then spits out your corpse. That's what that Pokemon is.
What?
Yep. You heard it here first. Pokemon's good like that.
I feel a bit traumatized.
As you should.
Watch out! It's a legendary thief!
Watch out! It's a legendary thief!
Oh my god! Guys! Legendary thief! Get... there's a dragon staring at me. Oh, cutscene. It's opened its mouth.
Yep. It's gonna
It sees
attack
me.
you.
I have awakened Rayquaza. Rayquaza!
That's the one.
Supposed to do something now? Is that
Nope,
it? Is that the
that's
whole
it.
thing? Can I fly from here?
I don't know, can you?
Yeah, I can. Where was I
Oh.
going?
Yeah, I can work my way to the
Back
top
there.
then so I can fly out of here.
Suchopolis, right?
Yep.
Whee! Rayquaza!
So Rayquaza is basically serving as like the bouncer between Kyogre and Groudon. Because they're fighting and flirting, and then Rayquaza comes in and is like, "Oi, break it up, break it up."
Is it more powerful than them? Or just happens to be stronger than them by type?
I mean, it's not necessarily stronger than either of them. It just does break them up in the series. That's
Really?
Yep.
In the show? I missed that bit. I'm sure I've watched most of the series. Oh, maybe there's some new stuff.
It'll be in the movies.
Yeah, maybe I've missed the movie.
This function is not implemented yet. But Rayquaza's right there.
Okay. Hello there! Cognitive Bard, the leaders of Team Magma and Aqua. I don't think they meant harm. You fucking what? You fucking what?
Yeah, no, they're fine. Leave them be.
It wouldn't hurt to hear what they have to say for themselves. Yes, in court.
No, there'll be no
Oh my
court
God.
here.
Nope, she's gonna make me talk to them.
Yep.
The super ancient Pokemon weren't only Daddy Grugon and Daddy Kyogre. After all our fruitless scheming and
Really?
frantic efforts.
Really? Really? Terrible.
Hey, I've had too many coffees. What can I say?
I mean, hopefully
all
you would
of
say
our
nothing
frantic-
after what you've just been spouting.
Daddy C0g. After all of our fruitless scheming and frantic efforts, that one Pokemon's simple action puts everything right. Again, as if nothing had happened. Oh my god, he's doing the victory laugh. Come on, I started talking seriously, and then he did that. Fuck's sake. I guess I should talk to you. Daddy C0g and Mummy Groudon both flew off to who knows where. The weather in the Hoenn has returned to its normal state. Why does he say ha ha and the other one says
It's a good question.
Maybe what we're trying to do is something small, even meaningless, to Pokemon. Oh, they just disappeared. I must go. My people need me.
Poochie
Oh,
was
wow.
never seen from or heard from again.
Yeah.
Died on his way back to his home planet.
Scooby-Doo is canonically an alien.
Yeah.
I just can't get over that. Scooby-Doo's an alien.
I'm gonna fight the Elite Four!
Thanks to your help, Sutopolis, Oh, okay. Thanks to your help, Sutopolis, all of Hoenn was saved. On behalf of the people.
Hoeing around.
Thank you. This is a gift from me. Please accept it. I'm not good at accepting gifts. HM Waterfall.
Cog,
Okay,
apparently.
I guess if I have to take it, then I'll take it.
Take it.
Hidden machine contains waterfall. If you have the rain badge, Pokemon that has learnt the HM move can force its way up waterfalls. Force its way up waterfalls. Okay.
Force it.
Where does one get the rain
Jam
badge?
it right up there.
You know, don't you? That's right. You have to beat the Sutopolis gym leader. Off you go. Even though you saved the world, you still have to beat up our friend over here.
Yep.
to get the-
Exactly.
Save
Can't just
the
let you
world.
jump ahead of the rules just because you save the world or some shit.
I like games where the in the lore address that a little bit, like instead of just kind of hand wave it. They just because it doesn't really make sense to me. But I guess that's kind of how the real world works. Like there are people that are saving lives all the time, but business as usual, right?
Pretty much.
Just because you saved a bunch of lives doesn't mean you get all your coffees for free. You still have to pay. You might get lucky in one place, but
Exactly that. What are you doing, Henry?
yo, how's it going, champion? Bound cognitive bard, Sutopolis gym leader Juwan is a master of water-type Pokemon. And to get Juwan an icy floor will hamper your progress. Listen, I'm sorry, but it's all the advice I have for you today.
Oh, it's pretty.
Much.
Much.
Aw, you guys are adorable.
Ignoring your stream to talk to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hi, stream. I'm not sorry.
More much.
Oh, I really like the shirt, actually. Oh, cool. Stalled.
Yeah, go for it. We are adorable. It's sickening.
Yeah. Not sorry.
Not at all. Alright, the
Welcome to the
first
Iceland.
one is a dark type user, it looks like.
In the gym? Oh, over there. Okay.
In the Elite
So
Four.
that means fighting type? Or was it ghost speed stuff?
Fighting, Ghost, and bug, I think.
I'll show you the sublime techniques I learnt from Leader Yuan.
Kinky.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ba-la-la-la.
It's a sideways love heart.
Yep. So the rain gym is water and ice, mostly.
That makes sense. Look at you, fell in love. Damn it! Blue Chew is immobilized by love. He always does this.
This is gonna suck.
Wub, wub, wub.
Wub 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 wub.
I can't go up. Oh, I need the ladder there, I guess. Okay. I should teach you how harsh battles can really be. Does fire beat ice or does ice beat fire? Surely fire beats ice.
Fire beats ice.
Water beats fire.
Correct. Hey, I beat the first gym leader. Oh shit, you get healed in between each leader.
Oh, it's much less painful than the original.
Oh. Oh. This might be interesting. I might actually be able to do it this run. I'll probably lose, but which of these items?
Which old witch? The Wicked Witch.
Wicked witch is me.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Which old witch? The wicked witch.
Wicked Witch. Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. Sang that song when my grandmother died.
Jeez. Alright, I think we're gonna give Tempest the magnet. That makes more sense to me. Is this it is. Let's just skip that. Otherwise I'm gonna have to mute the channel again.
There's multiple Dark Lore songs.
There's three of them.
Yeah, they just put...
There's also two other songs on there that also get picked up by the
Which ones are they?
I'd have to double check, but it's there's one in the middle and there's one towards the end. Let's have a look through and see if I can find it.
No, obviously what we need to do is just create a separate audio source for our playlists. Then we can just use the joint listen to Spotify thing instead of the bot.
Yeah.
There was a streamer that was doing that last night. She's very big. Like, what happened was I was playing Sea of Thieves, I raided into a streamer, and then she raided into an even bigger streamer who was playing with Captain Falcor. If you're a Sea of Thieves player, you probably know of. He's probably the most well-known Sea of Thieves content creator. And she was up there with him. And she was just listening to, like, Fleetwood Mac and all kinds of old school 80s
Nice,
rock.
nice.
And I was like, how are you getting away with this? Especially because, like, she's a huge streamer. Big. And she's just like, well, I have a separate audio track specifically for my music. I just have a virtual audio cable, and I'm like, I guess I should probably set that up at some point.
The problem is if it's on the stream, if you can hear it on the stream, then it gets recorded for the VOD, unless you upload your own VOD. So it would be a lot of video editing to...
No. So you can choose whether it shows up in the VOD or not, in the mixer. So.
The music track, which is just what's playing through Twitch, is what will come through. So if the audience can hear the music, you're listening to, then that's what's going to be in the VOD. And that VOD is what gets exported over YouTube, which is how we do it. You could download the video, or have a separate video be saved, and then put a different audio track behind it. But just how it goes out onto Twitch, the automatic VOD.
You get a virtual audio track, and you set it so that it doesn't show up in the VOD. But you set it so that it's there during the stream. You can do that with your desktop audio if you want to, but then you don't get your game sounds. So you miss out on your game sounds for the sake of having the music, which is not ideal, because if you want to like edit or do anything with those videos, or even just enjoy the content, it's a little harder to do. But you just get a separate a virtual audio cable, which essentially just acts like another desktop audio input. And you just set it so that it doesn't show up in your VODs.
You sure? I don't think that's how that works.
I just haven't done it because it's a little bit of effort.
Yeah, fair enough. Because my understanding of it was that the VOD is just whatever is streamed.
No, you can set you have
Twitch.
options as to what tracks show up in the VOD. What tracks show up.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
It just takes effort. That's all. Zap, baby. Yay, money! You can refight the people in this gym for monies, can't you?
I don't think in the gym, but you definitely can. You definitely can for people outside the gym, and you can fight the Elite Four over and over and over again.
Oh, Twitch recently added a thing that lets you pin streamers as well.
Yes, I noticed. I have you pinned already.
Oh, buddy. You
Aw.
only pinned 3.
The second person is a ghost type trainer.
That's Psychic beats Ghost, right? No, it's the other way around.
Psychic, Dark, I believe, and something else. Fighting and normal type moves do not affect them. They are immune. Yeah, I'm definitely not high enough level for this.
Definitely not high enough for this.
Definitely not high enough for this. Should get on that.
You say as I throw out my Tropius. Smoke a bit of that Tropius leaf. Look, there's a system to this. There's like a puzzle in here and it's confusing.
Henry? I'll be right back. I've got to see what my dog is eating.
You got a bone? Is that a bone? Yeah, good boy. You have a bone. What here? Has he stolen your bone?
Oh, she's stolen it. She's smart. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, sir. Giggle! Your grim look is so charming.
I thought you were fucking giggling at me then. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Sir, cut that out.
You can't make me.
Giggle?
Giggle? Daddy Groot.
No,
Daddy Groot
no. We're not doing that.
Daddy Kyoga.
No, we're not doing that. Cut that shit out.
You too could lick rocks.
You too could lick rocks.
Oh fuck, the Sea-King just fucked my blue tube right up. It's alright, Sea-King.
This is fucking murder.
Okay. It's still alive.
Oh great, they know ice type moves as well. I'm fucked. Alright, but we did okay that run. So I think this is possible. We just need to train a lot more. 50s, around 53 was with the trainer levels in the Elite Four. So if we just over level to that, should theoretically be okay.
I could probably do that. The lowest level that it's on my like regular team is my Tropius at level 27. But Tropius is pretty badass, so I'm trying to level it up. I have Astonish and Bite, both of which have a 30% chance to make the thing flinch, but Astonish does like 30 less damage. just happens to be a ghost attack instead of. Like, I'm not gonna use a full restore on your stupid fish.
They're very liberal with the full restores in this game, I've noticed. Which is specifically frustrating for the fact that, like, random-ass trainers will have them, even though they're supposed to be, like, super expensive and rare. And they have 1 billion of them.
They are pretty expensive.
I think the game just decided that it would be easier, rather than, like, doing all the AI for, like, each different type of potion and things, that they would just go, well, fuck it, we'll just have all of them have full restores, and they'll just use it whenever their Pokemon gets to a low enough level.
I hate that. Thanks, I hate it. Just gonna use submission on this C0g.
Is this
Submit!
another Dark World song?
This might be.
It is. There we go.
Da, 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 da. Do you know what song isn't a Dark World song, though? The train song.
Yeah, but it still won't play on this channel.
Come on!
Let's run this
train!
That fucking song.
It's so good. Come on! Let's ride this train! Oh god. When I'm with my Pokemon, time flies by before you can say, oops. They say some weird shit.
They really do.
If you're gonna use bounce, then I'll just bulk my Pokemon up. Which might not make a difference, actually.
Rip.
Oh, there we go, it did. But it has a citrus berry as well!
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Of course they do.
I'm not even at the gym leader yet. Wait, how did I use Jewel Shop to hit it while it was in bounce? Ridiculous.
Did it have, was it a fighting type with reach?
I guess so. Oh, that would probably be Calamity X, Machamp, right? It has reach.
Yeah. Can hit things that are in the air.
Can now learn Close Combat. The user fights the target up close without guarding itself. Also cuts the user's defense and special defense. Oh.
Does high amount of damage, and then makes you weak. It lowers your defense and special defense, which means that you're more likely to take a fuck ton of damage afterwards. So it's
Submission kind of already does.
It's
that,
a gamble
though, so
play.
Would I replace submission? Do you think?
Let me have a look at the stats. Submission.
Submission does like 80. Does
And
25%.
Close combat.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Alright, so...
Rattle.
Alright.
Ooh, I forgot. I gotta put on my
That's alright, yeah.
my timer, my book timer.
Yeah, put on your book
Here we
timer.
go, everybody. 40 minutes. In 40 minutes time, we do 3 consecutive rounds of words on stream. The person who wins the most of these rounds will get closer to winning the competition. I hadn't finished. Don't giggle at me. I hadn't finished speaking. You fucking laughing at me.
Yeah, I am laughing at you. Close combat seems like the better option.
Yeah, I thought so.
120 power and it's 100% accurate.
Well, submission is 100% accurate. Oh no, it's 80.
80.
80%. Okay. Alright, yeah.
80 for 80 power.
I like how they unlearn old moves though, because that's how it works. It's just
Is that how it works?
If you learn a new skill, you have to give up an old one. Like
That's not how
I
that
learned how to
works.
drive a car, so now I can't ride bikes anymore. Just don't know how.
What the fuck are you going on about?
I learned how to hop on one leg, so now I can't run anymore.
I learned how to read and I forgot how to breathe. Better read this book real fast, because it's the last one I'm gonna read.
Well, if you get Omicron, if you get COVID Omicron, you'll forget how to breathe pretty quickly.
Chromacron.
Ah, why is it faster? Stupid little...
I need to go to my Pokemon extension so that I can...
Although, I will admit, at least I don't take damage when I'm using close combat as well, so like...
Yeah, not during the move, luckily. It would be kind of ridiculous if that was a thing.
A little bit. Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Alright, there we go. Purchase myself some balls.
Got yourself some balls, did you, son?
Yeah, I got myself some balls.
You got yourself some balls. What was that ad? That old ad? No bull.
What? No bull?
I can't even remember. Yeah, no bull was the like the catchphrase.
I have no idea.
I think it was some kind of like ad for mechanics or auto shop or something.
Fair enough.
That's rude.
Rude on mind as well. Spent all that time lowering his defenses and lowering his damage, and then fucking comes from full restores it. Bullshit.
Can I leave so that I can get? Because my like.
Yeah, you can just
been dead a while.
walk out and then come back in.
There is no running from a trainer battle. No, apparently you can't run from a trainer battle.
Oh no, not if you're still in a battle.
Oh my god, they've both got body slam. That's adorable. I move fast. And I do more damage. Or maybe I just have more health, it's hard to say. Ah, look! It's a little Lombre. I'm gonna enjoy fucking you up. I hate Lombres.
What's wrong with Lombres?
You used a Lombre to kick my ass repeatedly.
Many a
Now
time.
Now I've got a vendetta.
Vendetta, vendetta!
Vendetta! Vendetta! Oh, that was a joke from a later season of
It was.
Simpsons.
That's
Still good.
that's Sideshow Bob's kid.
Yeah, fucking love it. Vendetta, vendetta.
Old school Simpsons.
You giga drain me, you little shit.
Giga
Oh,
kick
God.
your ass.
God, he's a legendary thief.
He's a legendary thief! Stealing your health!
Guys.
Look out!
He's gonna steal your health. He's stolen at least 5 health. Caffeine sustains me. Zap. I'm gonna turn this crab into crab brulee. There we go, perfect.
Crab brulee?
Brulee. You're learning French, you should know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna find out. I'm pretty sure it's just, like, burnt with sugar.
Ah, thank you for the
Burnt
Alexa.
creme brulee is burnt cream, so crab brulee would just be burnt crab.
Yeah.
Interesting choice, but sure. Like caramelized crab?
I don't eat crab, so I don't know how you're supposed to eat it.
I eat crab. Thanks for the lurk, Clinically Thick. Much appreciated. I'm gonna lose this.
Well, my Pikachu just got beaten up by a Magikarp, so you kind of lost the time.
That's amazing. Get shit
Now my
on,
Marcham is
Pikachu.
getting shit on by a Magikarp.
Get shit on,
Sorry, Chloe.
Pikachu. You deserve it.
I was so I was editing the video for the you know the oh, it's a legendary thief. I was
Yeah.
editing that,
Yeah.
and then in the chat I've realized that Calamity says, "Can I jump on and shit on that kid?" And it's just sitting there.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I should remove it or not because it's in the VOD, so it's gonna be on YouTube either way. And it's there's context.
There is context. It is for entertainment purposes.
I'm not sure if it's...
I mean, you might be best asking Calamity whether or not he wants it left in, because if he's fine with it,
I don't know.
I mean, if he's fine with it, then it's his. You know, it's on him.
I mean, hey, he said it. He said it in my. Do not
Yeah,
make a clip
yes,
out of
but
that.
but he didn't say it at a point at which he was expecting everybody else to be able to see it. I think he said it at a point at which you were streaming and talking to him.
That's true. I didn't make a YouTube clip specifically out of you saying I want to jump on and shit on that kid. It's just that you happen to say that, and it pops up in the text chat during the YouTube clip that I've made.
Yeah.
And so the only option aside, like, to get rid of it is to blur out what you said. But I don't want to blur out all of the text because, like, having the chat there is interesting. But if I blur just that out, then people are gonna wonder what the fuck Calamity said and why it's been censored. Or if you mean don't make a YouTube clip out of the whole incident, then I'm afraid that I am going to make a YouTube clip out of the whole incident.
I mean, that's probably the smarter option, honestly.
Oh, I am. I'm currently making a clip out of
No,
the
I
whole
know.
incident.
I know you are.
I started editing it today. It's almost finished. It's kind of ridiculous. Also quite humbling, I think. Because it's not exactly my proudest moment. Or Chaos's. We got single-handedly beaten up by someone that's barely out of diapers.
Yeah, that was quite the display.
I mean, I said worst of those salty bellends. Ah, yeah, the people from earlier in the stream. Those guys were, they were fucking salty. Just getting beaten up by a kid. That was, yeah, it was painful. But that's all right. That's our karma for beating up the salty bellends earlier.
It all comes around in the end.
Did you happen to catch that part of the adventure, artist?
I did not, if I'm honest.
Clemmy and I were just, you know, doing our thing, running around the server, and we saw a merchant over there, and
Yeah.
they were only grade 1, and they were doing the manifest, you know, where you go in the water and Pikachu up here. You go in the water and you have to find a manifest. I think they just started out because they were just grade 1. We came up and I'm like, okay, Calamity, maybe we should just let them live so that they can get the manifest. You know, have some time to do the quest. Like Calamity fires a chain shot at them. And I'm kind of glad he did, because they turned out to be really, really salty about it. They were very upset. they were calling us assholes for sinking them. And
I mean, you did come out of nowhere and attack them for literally no reason.
No, they had an emissary flag.
Yeah.
That's how the game works.
Grade 1, minding their own business. No goods on board.
They got pretty salty and they ended up being quite racist too.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. They definitely deserved it then.
I think they were racist. I can't remember. They all kind of blur together.
All the people blur together?
All the toxic people blur together.
All them humans. They're all the same.
3 years down the line, when Calamity applies for Sea of Thieves Part, and Joey Nate is going to look at the video and say, "You wanted to do that? Do what to the kid?" Fucking. I don't think that's going to happen, Calamity. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen.
Tell us again why you wanted to take a poo on a child.
Artist, why did you have to say that out loud? You could have.
Lissy Bell from the other room. What?
Cost you literally $0 not to say things like that out loud, and yet you did.
Ah, you should know me well enough by now.
You know what, you make me feel better about some of the weird shit I say sometimes. Sharpedo. Fast Pokemon. Should move fast enough.
Sharpedo.
Fucking hell. Again, $0. $0. I move fast! Zippity zap zap! Die, pedo.
Zippity zap. Zippity bop.
Ooh. I haven't, if it's any consolation, Calamity, I haven't highlighted the fact that you said that in the chat. I just happened to notice that it was there.
No, in the video it specifically like circles and highlights the text and then puts it up in large on the screen. Does a little animation of the character's head with like a poo falling on it.
I would have found it like hilarious if Calamity had jumped on, like one of them rotated out, Calamity had jumped on to like finish him off, but like he still managed to beat Calamity.
Yeah. That would have been just depressing at that point.
Hmm. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. I'm just trying to get to the actual gym leader now. It's just the puzzle.
God dang it, Bobby.
I'm walking the wrong way.
I don't know
He said
anything about a
his
JPEG.
2-tap wasn't quick enough to out 2-tap Calamity.
We can't all be as good as you, Calamity. Fucking full restore. What an asshole. Sitting here munching on leftovers, restoring their health every fucking round.
How dare they?
I know, right?
Figure this one out. It's this way. So basically, I'm trying to figure this puzzle out where you have to, like, apparently shatter all of the ice
You do.
without falling down any of it.
It's like a Zen garden. You've got to follow the path that completes the entire circle.
Follow the path. I've screwed up already. I'm on the last one. The last one is very hard. Do you use exploits? So did the kid. Yeah, he does. Definitely. He was definitely using exploits. I don't use exploits. It's not because I can't, but I'm not very good at them, so.
That sounds like someone who can't.
Uh-huh.
I'm such a shit.
Uh-huh. Okay. This way. Bubbity bubbity boop.
Bippity boppity. Hippity
Aha!
hoppity.
Alright, gym leader. I'm here to eat your ass. Let's go.
Woo, buddy.
Well, let me ask, did you know? Ah, I should not be so coy. It was I who taught Wallace everything there is to know about Pokemon. This Pokemon trainer taught William Wallace? The Braveheart himself?
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
In my place, I entrusted Wallace.
Does he look like a Pokemon trainer?
A compelling question arose for me to make a comeback. But enough chatter. Let us begin our match, shall we? Please, you shall bear witness to our artistry. They sound French. A grand illusion, order sculpted by Pokemon and myself. Definitely French. Even looks French. He was sprint cancelling his reload animations, which you don't use. Quick swap is faster when you use a single button on a mouse. It's sprint also. What's sprint cancelling? I've never heard of that one.
It's all Greek to me.
Water
Wish
electric?
cash. Yep. Oh, water ground? Water electric, water ground? Let's double
Immune
check.
to electric.
Yes, water electric. No, water ground.
As an ice attack.
It is a water
Nice.
ground type Pokemon. Grass is 4 times effective to it. And that is it. So
Yep.
you need a grass
Yeah,
type.
but it killed my grass type in one hit, so...
Yep. It will do that. It's a pretty good,
for everything.
like, general cover Pokemon.
General cover Pokemon.
General cover Pokemon. Fucking burn me? You shit.
Gonna save my other Pokemon.
Listen here, you
Please,
right
kid.
bastard.
Oh man, max potion. It's not fair, I don't have any of those. This thing's killing all my Pokemon and I hate it.
Yeah. It'll do that.
Earthquaking everything. Stop max restoring, you shit!
Is a bit of a bastard move, isn't it?
A little bit.
Ooh.
I have some hyper potions actually. It's So you hit me with what sounded like a one-shot when we messed around a bit. Fair enough. You tap the sprint button before shooting and it means you can quick scope faster and cancel the full shooting animation and quick swap to bring out your other gun and sprint then fire again. It's a lot of I'm sure once you got the muscle memory down it's easy, but that's a lot of
Sounds like a lot of
steps.
effort.
Yeah. Back was stupid. Kingdra, dragon type? Dragon water?
Kingdra is water type.
Dragon pulse. There we go. Ow.
Water dragon, yeah.
Dragon water.
Horsey, Cedra, and then Kingdra.
Ah, it's so fast. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. It's a bitch.
I am not beating this gym leader on the first one, and I don't have the potions or anything really to do anything.
Give me your strongest potion.
Potions.
Potion master.
Nice shot. Didn't do a lot of damage, but might freeze him. But yeah, really lucky, which I'm not. Oh, that's me.
Rip.
Rip indeed.
Do you need me to fly over to you and give you some potions?
I'll have a look in my box to see what I've got.
Potions.
Oh yeah, got moon. Haven't used the moon in a while. The sun and the moon. The sun won't be as helpful in here though, because fire kind of sucks. But I do have Zen Headbutt as well, both of them.
Yeah, rock type won't be amazing. Fire won't be amazing.
You got a steel. Do I have a steel type? Not in my box. I
Magneton?
think I did. No, not for a long while. My Magneton is very high level.
Ah, okay. You can't use it. I could have a look at what I could lend you.
My grass type is not super high level.
Yeah, ideally that would be the play.
Poppius was just a little stronger. That Gengar has Giga Drain. That's a pretty good ability to use on water types, isn't it?
Yep.
Or swap out for Gengar. Even a ground type would be okay, you think? I forgot about Bobbit. Butterfree has the sleep powder as well. Alright, but let's try. We've brought in my Croc Rock. Rock. Level 34. Still a little bit under leveled for this, but we'll give him a go. I don't have any healing potions this time either, so I've run out completely. Actually, I think I have. Let me double check. No, sorry, I have 3 hypers and 1 super potion. Ah, crap, I screwed it up. Yeah, but again, it's not the Pokemon that's the problem so much as its level. The Pokemon I have that are good for this are underleveled. So I haven't done a lot of Pokemon training on the side like I did in the first game. Whoops. I was thinking about doing that today, but then I got distracted working on a video. When I got home. Also, I was quite tired from all the walking.
Fair.
Walked like 10 kilometers today, so.
Did the video feature a legendary thief?
Yeah, absolutely it featured a legendary thief! Oh my god! Oh, it's a legendary thief! Look out, guys! It's a legendary thief! For the Kingdra. Not sure what would be okay against the Kingdra because that's that dragon attack. But we'll start with. We'll see if the Croc Rock has any chance at all. Still underleveled. Dragon Pulse. It might die in 1 hit. Dead.
Grass, ice, fairy.
Miss Saxophone. I am pretty decent. How are you today, Miss Saxophone? It's a cool name.
Sexy phone.
My Croc Rock got messed up.
Rip.
Yeah. Not fast enough. There goes my grass type, so that's it's not looking good. 2 Pokemon down and I got nothing to heal.
GG, buddy. GG, easy.
Tired and very much ready for bed.
Oh, we can do an early stream if you want.
No,
Short
that's
stream?
what the person in my chat. That's what my person in my chat's saying.
Ah.
What time is it now? I can still go for maybe an hour or so.
Cool.
But I can relate to that. I am tired too.
Yeah. I feel that.
This thing is so fast. Sure, you can survive at least one of their attacks, which is good. Only one of their attacks.
I am not getting very far with the Elite Four member.
Kingdra doesn't want to play nice. Although Kingdra is only one of their Pokemon that I was struggling with. Given the fact that I can't knock the Kingdra out, and I've lost all my Pokemon, except for these 2, I have no chance against this gym leader until I have more potions. Unfortunately, I can't afford potions. Arts keeps trying to offer me handouts.
I got money, I can give you a handout. Withdraw from the Bank of Artist.
Bank of Artist. We can knock out this Pokemon. Got a nice little zap for you. Oh, then he takes a bit. Instead, puts the one up that's completely immune to my attack.
What a bitch move.
So the solution is to stop losing to Artist when he's on a handicap of only being able to use electric and grass.
That's it. If you stop losing, I can give you money. Oofed, as the kids would say.
Indeed the kids do say that. This thing is so OP. It's fucking earthquake bullshit. Oh, here we go. Time to get knocked out again. Let's have a look and see if I can get some money so I can get some potions together. I can't beat this gym yet. Where's my money Pokemon? Oh no, my money Pokemon's too high a level for me. I'm not allowed to use it until after literally this gym, and then I can use my money farming Pokemon.
Yep.
You said there was like a gym link, right? Not a gym link, there's like a trainer link thing that lets you go beat them up.
I mean, you should be able to just go back in area and beat up the ones that you've already beaten up. We just fly back to another area and talk to the people.
My grass type needs training, that is definitely true. I think I'll use Bobbit there. Which area do you think I should go to?
Anywhere but where you are. I mean, honestly, if you went to, I was gonna say Sutopolis, but maybe if you go to,
I was in Sutopolis.
in the water at the bottom of Sutopolis and just fight a bunch of Magikarp.
That could take a while, couldn't it?
Could, but it'll do the job. The problem is if you just go surfing around, all you'll find is like Tentacruel, and they're not weak to grass. So unless you have a solid way of killing them.
Oh, Blue Chew. Zap, 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 zap. Like that's what I was gonna do to the Magikarp as well.
But is that training your grass type Pokemon?
Yeah, XP share.
Yeah, it's slow though. You're better off just killing it with the actual Pokemon.
Fair point. Gengar was slightly higher level. The Mega Drain would be a good option too.
Yes.
Yeah, Gengar.
Yes, it would.
Gengar's a little underleveled. Ah, Splash! Not Splash! Ah, it's a Legendary Thief!
Oh, it's a legendary Splash.
Oh no, my one weakness. Small knives.
Oh, you found my weakness. A gun.
I'm gone. Fucking love Spider-Man.
There's a movie. It's a terrible, terrible movie. That's I forget
There's
what
lots
it's.
of those.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But basically, the whole premise around it is it's like using people's weaknesses to like kill them. There's like a serial killer or whatever that's using people's like vices and weaknesses against them. And in the end, the main character shoots the villain, and he's like, "No, you figured out my weakness, bullets," and then dies. And that's the end of the fucking movie.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can we watch this, please?
I'll have to find it. It's been so long since I've watched it.
Can we watch this, like, this weekend at some point? I feel like I need this in my life.
Fair enough. I'll see if I can find it. Alright, where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you? Oh, I've got to do that
I'm
now.
so sorry.
Wait.
I cannot train my Pokemon tonight. Needs more levels than always.
Stop fighting so I can give you shit.
You told me to fight a bunch of Magikarp. Wasn't there a thing that I can use to artificially increase the levels of my Pokemon as well?
Mind Hunters? Cool.
What? Mind Hunters? Is that a movie? Because the show Mindhunter is amazing, and I don't recall that being a scene in the show Mindhunter.
A thriller starring Johnny Lee Miller and LL Cool J.
Okay, the first name was like kind of cool, but LL Cool J, what the fuck? Calamity, yeah, that's Mindhunters. I think he's seen it. Okay, there we go. It's just me who hasn't seen this really bad movie that I was just talking about. Then.
No, there's another one. So this is bad as well. But there's another one where it's like the main character, like not the main character, but like the villain says it about himself.
Gloriously bad.
But we should watch that as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's
You know what,
there's one that's like it's almost like it's an indie. All right.
I do legitimately recommend. Oh, well, we got super questions. Fuck yeah, let's go. I do movie night in Discord. Calamity's like movie night in Discord.
Why not?
We can do movie night. We can do movie night in Discord.
There you go. Now stop losing.
Thank you, sir. No promises. Such a loser. I can't help it. I was born to lose.
You're banned from losing from now on.
I'm gonna lose to a Magikarp now just to spite you. I do recommend though checking out the new Resident Evil or newer Resident Evil series.
Yeah?
I liked it.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Well, I could understand why it would have mixed reviews because there's things I liked and didn't like about it, but I think it's pretty damn solid all the way through.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of drama, like, but luckily the two main actresses, Calamity, don't watch it. Look, Calamity, you didn't watch it to the end, and I did, and I can tell you that like it's pretty well rounded from start to finish. I quite liked it, and I think there was some good scenes in it. Like there's a lot of callbacks to the games as well, but in like a clever way. So you know how in the Resident Evil games they tend to have like puzzles and stuff.
Yeah.
Throughout the houses, well they go through that. There's like they have to go through like a clue hunt in their own house, And it makes sense, complete sense to the plot. Like, it doesn't seem out of place at all, but you can tell it's definitely a reference to the games. If he couldn't get to the end, he just thought it was pure shite. My biggest complaint is that the zombies, they were calling them zeros, and they didn't even really feel like... I don't know, I guess they were kind of zombies, but they weren't really zombies. The story, the lore changed a little bit, but that's a nitpick, because they were still pretty, like, the actors that were playing the zombies in it were still pretty good. Like, some solid zombie performances there.
I mean, it's always going to be hard when there's a long-running series, and they don't exactly know how to sort of apply it properly, or trying to do it justice. Because there's been a lot of remakes, or like, you know, versions of or spin-offs or whatever recently that just haven't really done the job.
So there's the original movie series, which wasn't good. Like,
No.
it got a lot of money. It got a lot of money, and there's some good things in it. Mila Jovovich, very, very awesome. Love her. And I enjoyed the first 3 Resident Evil movies, but the rest of them were just pure trash. There was some fun action sequences in it, but there was a lot of slow-mo, and it was very corny, and it was just kind of comical to watch. And that's not how it should be.
Well, people make a point of being like, yeah, the first couple were good and were made like with the intention of making a good Resident Evil series, and then after that point, the executives got involved, and then they were like, well, let's make a brand out of this. Let's just keep making the same movies, and it didn't work.
Well, they made them different. It just...
Oh yeah, no, but as in they didn't have the good writing, and they didn't have the skills to pull it off, because they were just like, well, pump out a movie, make it, whatever.
Then you've got the various Resident Evil animated movies, which I think all exist in their own continuity. I don't think they're connected by any threads. They're all connected. They're all based on the games, but none of them are connected by any threads to the main series of movies. Or even
vaguely all referencing and related to each other, but not necessarily all canon in and of themselves, I think was the idea.
And the fact, I know you like it when things stand on their own 2 legs and don't connect, but with a thing like this, where it's a series, it probably would have been stronger if all of the different animated movies you saw were somehow connected, and there were like plot threads that weaved through the different movies that you watched, because that would have been cool. I could have gone in and watched a different Resident Evil movie, one of the animated ones, and been like, oh, okay, I recognize that from this. Whereas I recognized things in there that were definitely referenced in all of the movies, but weren't, like, from that continuity, so it didn't matter. Like, a lot of the animated movies don't use the T virus, they use, like, different versions of the virus. There's an animated movie that's particularly good where they're, like, testing in Russia or something, and there's a particular version of the zombie virus that sort of makes them clever, and they can use like weapons and stuff, which is kind of cool. And then there's a movie I haven't seen yet called Welcome to Raccoon City, which is apparently also not connected in it by any continuity to any of the other movies, even the new series, even though it's called Welcome to Raccoon City, and the first episode of the new series is called Welcome to New Raccoon City. So I'm guessing that might be a reference to the game, like maybe it's a level or something, because I haven't played a lot of the games.
The town is called Raccoon City.
Yeah, I know that Raccoon City is the city, but like the title "Welcome to Raccoon City" is being.
It's it's a pretty prominent thing in the game.
Oh, it's the
that,
sign.
Like, yeah,
it's the sign.
You come into it, and there is Raccoon City.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a sign. That's right. I remember now. Like. Look at Marvel. Each character has a standalone movie and series which interlink to each other. Yeah, and sometimes it goes a little over the top. Like the character, like they're a little weak. They're not well thought out.
So that's often my problem with it is if each movie can kind of stand on its own and be its own standalone movie, then it's great. So like Guardians of the Galaxy, especially the first one, the Iron Man movies, especially the first two, the Thor movies, especially the first one. The problem was as they continued along,
Thor 1 and Thor Ragnarok were good.
But the problem started to be when they were trying to link all of these disparate threads and had all these characters that are supposed to know each other and interact with each other, but then they had to find reasons for them not to be interacting with each other in that particular movie, or you wanted to like throw cameos in every now and then or references in every now and then. It got to the point where it was less about the story of that movie and that particular character and started being like, here's this expansive universe that we constantly have to keep reminding you is there. It would make more sense and it would make a better movie if you just had the one story and had it be strong in and of itself. If you have to constantly keep referencing back to other things, then it shows that you can't tell the story in a way that makes it stand up on its own. Like if you have to keep referencing Robert Downey Jr. so that people will see your movie, or Johnny Depp, as another example in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, if you have to keep calling back to this great character so that people will be interested in the series, then...
In the Pirates movies, he is the main character, so, like...
Yeah, but once he's not in the story anymore, or when he's not the main character in the story because there's other things happening, it then becomes very convoluted that you're having to try and shoehorn it back in. Like, oh, here's this, like... cousin of his brother who, you know, blah blah blah.
Well, that one's a hard one because, so with the Marvel series, Marvel is already expansive and most of the characters can stand on their own two legs fairly easily. Even the smaller ones like Moon Knight can stand on their own pretty well if you do it right. But
well,
with Pirates of the Caribbean, if you do it right. But with Pirates of the Caribbean, that's just Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. That's all you think of. Maybe, I think, if you did like a Barbossa spin-off.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't have to be, though. It could have been a strong series without him.
If you take one of the existing characters that people like already, I think then you could do it and probably get away with maybe not even referencing the fact that Jack Sparrow exists in that movie. Like maybe if it's a prequel, like how did Barbossa become Barbossa? Well, then you don't need to reference Jack Sparrow because there'd be no reason to. It's a movie about Barbossa becoming Barbossa. And if you wanted to, maybe you could do an after-credits scene with Jack Sparrow in it where they become friends or something. But for the movie, it stands all by itself. That would work. But you couldn't make a new character for Pirates of the Caribbean and have everybody love it easily. It would be very difficult.
I think you could have if they didn't lean so heavily on it. If they didn't lean so heavily on Jack Sparrow as the character.
Well, yeah, he is Pirates of the Caribbean.
He is Pirates of the Caribbean now because they made that thing. But if they want to continue the world and keep expanding on it, they need to not have him be in the story at all anymore, so that they can then build these other characters and build this world out. Or they just end it there and make an entirely different story somewhere else. Not in the same world, not in the same universe. Like, just have it be its own story. Stop trying to link things back to the same thing, because then you're gonna have to have these crappy cameos where it's like, oh yeah, here's Jack Sparrow, he's in the movie for 5 minutes, but we get to now put him on the advertising.
But that being said, I don't like if it wasn't such a messy situation, I don't think there would be any reason not to throw a reference to Jack Sparrow in there because you know he's a cool character. So if you have a way that he could fit in naturally, even if it's just a reference, then it would be quite cool. I personally always love to see references in my movies if they're done well. And sometimes even if they're not done well, I'm a simple man. I can still be entertained.
I think my problem is that they're rarely done well. The good ones are the ones that are subtle, that you only really recognize in passing, like an Easter egg type thing.
Yeah.
That's
The Obi-Wan Kenobi series, there were so many very overt, obvious, over-the-top references.
yeah, which is just disappointing.
Yeah.
Because at that point it's like, well, why are you bothering to make this story if you can't even actually tell it without throwing 20 other things in it so that it's interesting.
The references are fun, but they need to make sense and be natural.
They also shouldn't be thrown in your face, I think, is the other thing.
No, I think references are best used when they're used to create poetic messages in storytelling. So referencing a character to reference a reflection in the story of what's happening now, and what's happening what happened in the older story, maybe, or what will happen if it's a prequel, for example. Something I like is the X-Men, which the X-Men movies are very messy, but X-Men First Class, when they do the Wolverine cameo, I think that's very great. Like, Wolverine is the X-Man, basically. He's like the Jack Sparrow of the X-Men universe. You think of Hugh Jackman and Wolverine when you think of X-Men, and like maybe next to him is Magneto and Professor X, but now you've got like a couple of actors that can fill those roles that you can think of, which is great. But Wolverine is the Jack Sparrow, so he's the one that they want to put in every X-Men movie because he makes the big dollars. But I think it's done well in First Class because it's very, very throwaway. You know, he's just kind of there. For those who haven't seen it, I won't spoil it. But it's kind of awesome. It's kind of hilarious.
I don't remember. I remember there's like 2 prequel X-Men movies, First Class, and I think there's one other, and I'm trying to remember which one because he cameos in both. I'm trying to remember which one.
There's a few prequel X-Men movies.
but specifically in that continuity, that like canon.
So basically, what's happening in First Class is they're going from place to place to try and find mutants, and he happens to be in a bar.
Yeah.
They visit him.
He tells them to like fuck off or something.
He just tells them to fuck right off. Yeah, they're like, "Hey, we just want to talk to you about." And he's just like, "Fuck off," and they're like, "Okay," and then they leave. That's it. That's the whole cameo. And it's beautiful because that's all you need.
Fits within the lore. Fits within the character.
And there is a little bit of like storytelling and reflection there in the reference as well. Like a precursor to the kind of well, for starters, it shows you how old he is and that he never ages.
I mean, that's in basically all the movies, though.
That's true, but seeing it there, it helps to cement it, because when you see him in the X-Men movies later on, Magneto and Professor X are all very old, you know, like they're old people, and he's young looking, and so sometimes it's easy to forget when you've got like an ageless character that they are old. And with Wolverine, he acts a bit like a child sometimes, so sometimes you forget that he is very old. That scene helps to cement that, I think, as a start to the reflection and poetic storytelling. There's also he's going to be a handful, like a huge handful for both of these characters. It just ages slowly. Yeah, I actually think the way Wolverine's aging works, it depends on the comic continuity, but there was the idea that because of his adamantium poisoning, his body started to age, and his healing factor didn't work as well.
Yeah, in most of the comics, it's just that it's like hyper slowed aging. It's not that he's doesn't age at all.
Pretty sure in some of the comics he is like he can live for almost forever, and he can grow like I think like Deadpool, he can grow himself back from bits and pieces. Although Deadpool's always supposed to have a stronger healing factor. Dropius is almost level 29. This Magikarp thing isn't
Slow.
super effective. Aren't there any trainers I can fight?
There's probably a whole bunch of trainers, but you're gonna have to go and find them.
I still somehow think that'll be faster.
It probably will be faster.
His adamantium eventually deteriorates his ability to regenerate, but not aging. I thought it made it so that he aged faster, and that's what happens in Old Man Logan, in the Old Man Logan series. Like, he's not supposed to age that fast, because that is a lot of aging in a short time compared to how he normally ages. Like, he's hundreds of years old, and he looks like he's in his maybe late 30s by the time the movies come around.
So the movies don't really follow the comic continuity. That's the problem. In the comics, he does actually age over time. It's just very slow. And then the adamantine poisoning is a different thing entirely that stops his healing factor from working. So it's not necessarily that he's aging and getting old that kills him. It's that the hundreds and thousands of wounds that it's suffered slowly start to reopen and stop from healing over time. So it gets harder and harder to re-heal the wounds and to continue healing old wounds. So the scar tissue starts to cause more issues. There's a similar thing with Deadpool in that his hyper healing factor is still regrowing all of the cancer that he has, and eventually there's one continuity where it ends up killing him. Because like the cancer itself just becomes like hyper aggressive and takes over. So it's like the healing factor itself is the problem that stops.
Yeah. I did read some of the Old Man Logan comics. Most freaky part, of course, is when he like bursts himself out of the Hulk's guts. The Hulk eats him, and then he just tears himself out.
Yep. There's some fucked up things in the comics.
It certainly is.
It's also really difficult with whenever you're talking about like Marvel or DC stuff. It's like, which continuity, which run is it, which universe is it in? Because it's like the whole multiverse thing, and then like different multiverses have different authors that do different runs, and none of them are necessarily canon.
It's a good way to hurt your brain, but it's like it's probably the most accurate thing to reality, because all stories exist within a multiverse of stories. An infinite multiverse of stories that's ever growing and expanding, just like the universe itself. Ridiculous. And every interpretation changes something, and it's hard to keep canon straight. Original comics explain it better than the remakes. Yeah. I should get back into reading comics in my adventure times, you know, when I'm going out and I'm doing things or I'm visiting people.
For sure. There's just too many comics to read. Too much going on.
So many. I do quite like videos where someone else has done the work for me and they just explain it. It's really good for ADD.
The problem I find with that is that, like, you end up missing things.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm gonna miss things anyway because ADD.
True.
I'm reading a comic, I'm still gonna miss bits and pieces. I'm reading a book, I'm still gonna miss bits and
And then you also have to find someone that you can trust to actually
record it properly.
Yeah, report it properly, has read and interpreted it properly. You know, focused on the things that you're interested in them focusing on.
See, I've read a lot of the Walking Dead comics, but like most of what I know about the series came like from YouTube. I actually illegally pirated them when I was younger and used to read them on the train on my adventures. Journey up into the city. Deadpool is a good read about how his cancer isn't cured, it's constantly growing, but his regeneration abilities mean it's not able to affect him at all in the beginning of getting his abilities. Yeah, but also, there's... he gets cursed by death, I love that bit, like... Oh no, sorry, he gets cursed by Thanos because he falls in love with death.
There's a whole bunch of shit that happens between Thanos and Death and Deadpool. Because Thanos is jealous that Death likes Deadpool, and Death likes Deadpool because he's the only one that can't die. So she's like, oh, forbidden fruit. It's ridiculous.
Thanos curses him so that he can't die and can never see her, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Already had bits and pieces of Multiverse of Madness spoiled for me, enough to know that there are some characters and some actors in there that come from other parts of the Marvelverse, which is really cool. But I haven't seen all of the spoilers, thankfully, and I haven't watched it yet. Because I promised a friend I would watch it with them. Just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I need to get around to that. Me and Lizzie Bell together.
I think it's going to be a good one.
I have heard a lot of very mixed reviews, and from what I know of the story so far, I think I'm probably going to be a bit disappointed in a fair chunk of it.
You usually are, though.
I mean, I don't dislike a lot of things. Like, I have criticisms of a lot of things because, like, having engaged with pop culture for a long time and engaged with, like, nerd culture for a long time, there's a lot of things where I recognize, oh, this is a reference to this thing, oh, this is a callback to this thing, but it's not done as well as that original thing was. It's trying to sort of fuel the nostalgia without actually giving you the payoff. Or, conversely, there's a lot of, like, trying to redo a thing and just not doing it well. So there's a lot of things that I enjoy, but still have, like, oh yeah, creative notes. You could have done this better, or it would have made more sense if this happened. But I still sort of enjoy the, you know, the show or the movie or whatever. The problem I have with a lot of the like newer media is that it just doesn't make sense. Like it either doesn't fit into the lore, or the characters' motivations don't make sense, or they've taken a piece of media from elsewhere and then completely changed it, and so it doesn't make sense in terms of the storyline.
But the same could be said about older media, like
Star
Wars, because Star Wars literally, like, of the original Star Wars, obviously I'm talking about, not the new Star Wars, because a lot of people said that about the new Star Wars, but in the original Star Wars, he's literally just ripping off samurai and Western movies.
Yeah.
For days, he's just stealing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I think it is just a different version of an I can't remember what the movie was called, but it was a Japanese movie.
The Seven Samurai.
Well, no, yeah, there was that, but no, not specifically Seven Samurai. There was another one. There is some Seven Samurai references in it.
Is it Tetsuya or the other one? There's like there's 3 movies that form the basis of the whole of the story arc for the first 3 movies of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars, and then.
And that's just as an example. That's what a lot of media does.
But the difference is that those movies stand on their own as being solid movies in and of themselves. Yes, there's some plot holes and there's some issues in there that sort of like on second reading don't make sense, or like character motivations that are a little weird. But overall, they kind of make sense as a sort of internal logic, and you don't have to have seen the movies they're referencing to enjoy them, and you don't have to understand anything about those other movies for these movies to stand on their own and be good. The problem is that a lot of the newer media means there's so much intertextuality, there's so much of this movie talking to the movies that came before it, or making references to the movies that came before it, that if you haven't seen them, then you're missing out on a huge chunk of like proper context. And that on top of that, there is also like motivations and reasons.
I missed the book clock. I'm so sorry, everyone. That happened like over an hour ago, and because I can't actually hear it when it goes off, because I can't for some reason get the sound monitoring to work. So I apologize. We'll run the words on stream now.
Oh no, I'm fucked. There's an ice trainer.
Gonna cut into the conversation here just so I can throw up some...
How dare you?
How dare I? Well, that's alright. It gives me some time to go and refresh my beverages. Just gonna swap over here. Let's get the...
Well, I'll just continue to whinge while I'm here.
Hell yeah, you can.
Yeah, the older movies and older TV shows and books and all sorts of things are not immune from these issues in at all. But I think that there has been a lot more of it, and I think as well as I've gotten older, I can notice it more. I gave things a pass a lot more when I was younger, and so there's an aspect of like nostalgia to. I like the original Star Wars a lot because it was what I grew up with. And so I'm a little bit harsher with some of the other Star Wars as they've come up since. But like I really enjoyed the Clone Wars series. So that's a thing. It's not that I just dislike new things. There's just some things are not done very well, and then they're done sort of disingenuously. They'll make a half-assed effort at it, and then complain when people don't like it. But then also I am very cynical, so there's that. So, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, my merch, look at it, lovely, awesome merch. will be available very shortly, within a few days. So keep an eye out. I'll be posting links into the Discord and on our stream. And if there's something in particular you would like to see turned into merch, some art ideas that you have that you want to see, or any of the artworks that we make on stream that you would like to see, please do let us know, and I will put together some awesome merch stuff. We might end up having some cognitive bard artist duo merch stuff together. So if that's something you would like to see, we can look into doing some stuff like that. I think Cog wants to do his own merch at some point, which would be awesome. But at the moment, mine's mostly hoodies, shirts, a couple of like cups and mugs and drink bottles and stuff. We've got 4 or 5 designs at the moment. So yeah, keep an eye out. What do we think this is going to be? Ground? Rock? Drake the Dragon Master. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so I didn't catch it for half a second there, but I'm pretty sure Calamity won. He wan. He wan round 1. So congratulations, Calamity. You're now in the lead with 6 points.
Congratulations.
What book would you get from Audible if you won, artist? Just any book, not just from one of the ones from the pool.
That is a good question, sir. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Is it like things that I don't already have, or?
I mean, if it's a book you have and you just want to get an audible version of it, then sure. Theoretically, it would be something you don't have. Why would you want 2 copies of the same audio book?
Well, no, I ask because I've clearly bought most of the audiobooks that I want to listen to. So there are a lot of audiobooks that I would want, but most of them are the books I've already bought myself.
It's really hard to get around to like listening to them. That's the problem.
I tend
I
to put them on when I'm doing other things, so I'll be, mowing the lawn or driving or
listening to audiobooks while you're mowing the lawn. Congratulations, Calamity. You're at 7 points. You're well on your way to victory.
Victory!
Fire like chaos in the dust. We've got one more round to go, though. Final round. Let's go. And here I am in the background, just trying to level up my Tropius. The Calamity. Call him the comeback kid.
Is that what they call him?
That's what he says they call him.
Fair enough.
I don't know how fair it is, honest. I don't know how fair it is. you gonna name your ship, artist, when Captaincy releases in Sea of Thieves?
It's a good question. I am not entirely sure.
I don't even know if like it'll be available to everyone straight away, or if it's like something that's only available to PLs. And if there's something you have to grind to get to it.
I'm assuming it would have to be something you would earn, because I
know that there's gonna be a monetary, like it won't be money, but it'll be in-game currency that you'll have to pay to get it.
Yeah.
For sure. Literally everybody? Even like the newest of new players?
I mean, I guess if people are going to be solo sleeping, they probably want their own ship. That does kind of make sense.
They want their own ship, but I think for me, I would prefer if they added more like content for long-term players, so more things to work towards. So if it's available to just literally everybody, and then anyone can have it. Supposed to be the other way. Well, no, it's fair. Like PL's available to everyone, but you have to, you know, earn it. You know, maxing out your emissary is available to anyone, but you have to max it out first. But for me, I feel like captaincy would be good if it was like with this new Sovereigns faction. If you had to sort of get to a certain level with the Sovereigns. You had to get to a certain level with the Sovereigns. Congratulations, Calamity, by the way. You've got 8 points now. You're well on your way to winning the competition. We're going to close this down before it restarts on us. Being PL for Athena is the end game, so it's the point of the game. Pardon me, of the games. Yeah, but I think they have the capacity to add more end game content, more things that you can work towards. So, oh, so cool, you're a PL, and then the next level is, oh, it's so cool, you've earned captaincy, you know? It doesn't have to be like insanely hard necessarily. I just think it would be fun if it was like another level up. But that being said, you know more, well, you talk to more insiders at the very least than I do, so if you say that it's available to literally everybody, I'm assuming that it's going to cost money though, that you have to at least... they make it so you have to be 75 on the original 3 emissaries.
I'm back.
Yeah, well, we have it. Well, of course. Well, I mean, I know we're going to get... You and I, at the very least, are going to have access to captaincy no matter what. Because we've put in the time and the effort to be high-level and relatively experienced players.
I'd laugh so hard if you didn't have access to it.
Fuck you! I've earned my captaincy, okay?
No, it'd be so good if it releases and they're like, you have to like... You have to prestige Pirate Legend, you have to do it twice.
By a galleon crew of newbies, and then yesterday I got beaten up by a kid who was just out of his diapers.
You gotta be better than Legendary Thief.
By the way, Calamity, the sail that the kid was like flying in that VOD there, I went back and I looked while I was editing, and it's not the Wandering Reaper. It is actually an Emporium sail that he was flying, or at least it looks like one. It kind of looked like a darker version of one from the Emporium, which is the Shrouded Ghost Hunters sale or something. It definitely wasn't the Wandering Reaper though. So I was wrong. It's not like a super old school sale that you have to unlock through sweatiness. It's rare though. I haven't seen people using it a lot, so caught me off guard. You know there's something coming that's big, but can't say anything other than that without breaking NDA, even though you've been told by an insider. God damn it, Calamity. You and your damn insiders.
Hey, you could be an insider.
Oh yeah, actually anyone could be an insider. The insider program is not like super exclusive.
Yeah, but you specifically.
I could. I'd have to like put in a bit of extra effort for that.
Well, go on then.
Do you really want to see me get that obsessed with Sea of Thieves? We'd be missing a lot of Pokemon days. I'd be like, oh, you know what, buddy? We've got to play some more Sea of Thieves.
I'm sure you could fit in extra Sea of Thieves days around it. I think you could keep Pokemon as it is.
I need my art days as well.
Yeah, just stream more. Stream every day.
I'll be sailing around for an hour a week on them for cosmetics. I wouldn't be doing it for cosmetics. I would do it. I don't know. If I was going to be an insider, it would to do my bit for the community. I think, as corny as that sounds.
Aww.
Because I like the game and I want to see it grow.
You're adorable.
The D&D talk with my DM. You heard extra sock days. Jesus. No, I was talking to Clinical the other day. He and I were having a conversation about how you ended up wearing your old friend group out on Sea of Thieves. Don't you do that to me now. Don't you get me worn out on Sea of Thieves. Of course, he was saying that with love. You can't stream insider stuff anyway, you'd be red. Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily stream it, but, like, I'd have to play it, and I'd have to find the time to play it, so. I was, like, AFKing this and didn't notice that the Tropius got knocked out. My bad.
Rip.
Unfortunately, I won't be home tomorrow because I've got the Sea of Thieves craving. I would enjoy playing it tomorrow, but since I've been testing negative on all my tests, which is really good news.
That's great news.
It is great news. I'll be going to multiple doctor's appointments. Thanks, artist, for helping
You're welcome.
me get so many appointments in the same day.
Yep. As you
so
should.
early.
As you should.
And then apparently going on an adventure into the city with a friend. I don't know what we're doing. I can't remember. They said they did tell me. I never remember these things. You get told everything anyway, so you don't need to do it. You get told the basics, not everything, so you don't get too many spoilers. Yeah. Pretty sure they're not supposed to give you the basics either, though, Calamity. That's cheating.
That's not cheating.
You lucky bastard. I'm just jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I want an insider friend that tells me everything. Cynical, you're letting me down. You're my best buddy. You're supposed to tell me everything. How do I get my this back up? I'll never know if you don't tell them who it is. Yeah, that's fair.
You have the inside on all our streams.
I do have the inside on all our streams.
You get to know ahead of time what's happening. Sneak peek at the things that are coming up.
Yeah, like the Hastor t-shirt. Get me a Hastor t-shirt.
I'm not gonna have to make that, eye.
Look, I'm surprised you never did it. You've made Arbitrator. You gotta. Arbitrator is like he's not the OG. Astor's the OG. Realistically, we need to design like an RNG's shirt.
I'm sure we could do that. I will be designing a bunch of things for the merch store coming up, so I'll be doing some of them on stream, some of them off stream. We're going to be doing a bunch of stickers and some shirts and some jumpers. So if people have ideas that they want to see, do let us know.
We still got to finish breakfast, the breakfast episode.
Sure do. I've just got to do that Violated Dwarf, and that's the last on my list, I think.
I think there was that one, and then there was one more. What was it? It was the rats playing dice games.
I thought you were doing that. I thought you'd already done that.
No, that one was yours.
I'm pretty sure that was yours.
No, that one was yours. I wasn't going to do rats playing a dice game around a table. That was a you thing.
I'm sure I've seen this image already.
I've not done rats around a table playing a dice game. I did sexy rats. I did sexy Skaven monstrosities.
No, not that one. That was terrifying.
And they're kind of twitching. I've got a whole animation for that. Oh, the real reason why Season 7 has been delayed is probably because they got so much content coming out that they haven't told us about. Oh, let me guess. Is it New Arena? Narina?
I didn't know Naralina was going to be in Sea of Thieves.
Oh, she is. She's got the game now.
Yeah.
She's just got to stop being so ADD and play it with
I was going to say, has she played it at all yet?
No.
Were we going to make a big deal out of streaming that, and then that never happened?
So we had a whole day organized, and then she forgot.
Yeah, no, I remember that bit. I was there, but like
to install the game.
Didn't she then download it and get it ready?
It's done. Yeah, it's ready.
So we just need to find a day when we're all available then.
Just get a bunch of ships together and take Naralina through some adventures.
Oh god, we have to do that.
Hopping thing?
Yeah, server hop again. To get 3 ships on the same server.
I don't know how many ships we'll need. To be honest, it'll depend how many people are like obsessively wanting to be a part of this first Naralino season.
I mean, everybody wants to be a part of it. So, a lot.
The captaincy update crashes the servers because of the changes to a ship. The servers they are using can't handle the changes, so they had to fix that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rough though.
So they're upgrading their servers?
Yeah, they would need to.
Getting better servers? Gotta hurry up and get out of this water so that I can start leveling my Tropius up again. Tropius got knocked out a while ago. I think I'm looking in the wrong place for trainers, to be honest with you.
You could make your way towards Victory Road. That was very rude, sir. And fight the trainers along there.
Are they high level though? Maybe too high level for Tropius?
They might be. Certainly a theory.
You trying to get me into a bad situation again, artist?
I would never.
changing the way the servers work without getting rid of the Xbox servers. And if they got new ones, they would lose half the player base.
Fair.
Well, so no, they don't have to get rid of servers that are Xbox available. They would just have to get more servers and better ones. So basically, they would be building new infrastructure. Well, I see what you're saying.
For them to be cross-compatible, though, and then have the new content in it, it would be difficult to have.
Every step was a tentacle just then. What the fuck?
Frozen solid. Fucking rude.
Fucking Darude Sandstorm.
Darude Sandstorm.
Put him to sleep. With my Darude Sandstorm.
Come on. Come on. Bastards. And now I lose.
Ooh, ya bastard.
Ya bastard.
Ooh, ya bastard. I'm getting my flu shot in a couple of days. I'm excited. I'm
Very
vaccinated.
nice.
I'm gonna get the 4G D date.
4G.
There's obviously the COVID booster shot. It gives you like a 5G update, but the flu booster shot improves your 4G capacity.
Fair.
But don't tell the New World Order.
Who's that?
The one world government, the one true government.
Is that the is that other streamer? The New World Order.
Gee, I hope not.
Bob Bob. Rip.
Damn it. At least it's not a... They still rely on the old servers because of the player base being reliant on Xbox compatibility and not using a PC or a newer version of the Xsource S. People complain about server lag. It's these servers that are causing it. They would need to completely restructure or move to improve service, yeah.
Wop wop wop.
Well, they just forced. They used like an attack to force. Oh, they used raw. Okay, they're just throwing out different Pokemon. If you have to, I guess I could just surf you all then. In other words, Rare shot themselves in the foot by using old servers. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, that's a pretty common issue as well.
Hey, Tropius upgraded to and got an ability called Natural Gift. The user draws power to attack by using its held berry. Berry determines the type of its power. That sounds kind of cool.
You'd need a berry though.
Berries. for that.
You got a berry?
No.
Yeah.
What
no
would
point
I-
then.
What would I swap for it? I don't think there's anything here that I'd swap for that.
Yeah, probably not.
Dragon Dance. Oh, Tropius wants to learn Dragon Dance. Now that sounds cool. The user vigorously performs a mystic, powerful dance that boosts its attack and speed stats. It's like that episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie with the blue people.
Hmm. Yeah, the best adaptation of Avatar that ever existed.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's often a problem with like development studios and gaming studios, is they'll create a game with the servers they have access to at the time, with the intent to, like, you know, oh, once we, you know, get enough money from people buying this game and interacting with the game and whatever else, then we can then build the servers up to be better later. But once they actually start getting customers onto the servers, like, they can't change servers or shut them down because otherwise they'll lose their player base. And so it's always a like a weird mix between, do you piss people off by shutting everything down and spending the time to port everything over to a new set of servers and have all the bugs that need to be fixed out over the course of like a month and have the game be shit for a bit? Or do you just sort of accept that, you know, the game is only going to be as good as the size of the servers that it currently has access to?
Yeah. I mean, Sea of Thieves. I don't think they're going to move away from the first Sea of Thieves game for a long while yet, at least for a few years.
Yeah.
Seems to be the general consensus. Later on, down the track, they might start creating new Sea of Thieves games. Will they be as good as this one? I don't know. We'll see. Rare's not too bad at what they do, so as long as they don't sell out, we won't have to worry about some shitty sort of mobile game or something. Fucking Diablo. Some people have suggested, though, that it might be fun if the Sea of Thieves went into another genre. So someone suggested, what if there was an RTS? And that's an interesting idea. I personally would love to see a Sea of Thieves RTS. The only problem is RTS is kind of a very glimmering dead genre. There's like a tiny little light at the end of the tunnel that with the Total War Warhammer series, they're kind of like the only really big RTS games out there at the moment. There's not really any others, and even the Total War series relies very heavily on the turn-based strategy, which is the vastly more popular genre of strategy games, which sucks because RTS is kind of cool. I like RTS games.
I mean, all of the StarCraft 2 was very big when it came out, and it's still very big around. There's still tournaments with it.
Yeah, but comparatively to other genres of games, RTS is not huge.
No, it's because there's not like massive AAA titles coming out constantly with it. There's lots of like smaller stuff, and then there's the old school things that are like updated and redone over time. I think it's also
like
a part of.
If you thought of the genre that is most played worldwide by the most people, that is the most popular genre, it would probably be FPS, and it would probably be more likely to be things like Call of Duty. So shooter games tend to be the overall winners when it comes to game genres. and even games that are hybrids of that, like for example Destiny, which is still a shooter, but it's like a shooter.
RPG.
It's a looter, like a looter shooter RPG. Yeah. It's still a shooter. Shooters win when it comes to genre.
Well, part of the problem with it as well is that it's just there are more of them. Like,
oh, yeah, because people like them more.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case. There's an aspect of like the shooter game genre is a little less in depth, whereas like an RTS, you get an RTS and you can sort of play it endlessly, and yeah, there's an aspect of like shooters that you can, you know, continue playing over and over again versus people, but like RTSs and the sort of RPG style thing that they come along with, because that's the other thing, is there's heaps and heaps of RPGs, which would be the kind of like the parallel to first-person shooters, a pure first-person shooter.
I was about to say this. The thing that's just below an FPS would probably be RPG. So if you combine the two, you've got like FPS RPGs are pretty popular as well. And so even like games like Sea of Thieves, which is pretty popular, is an FPS with a lot of RPG elements to it. Doesn't rely only on its shooter elements. But RTS is, like I said, very like, even the really good RTS games, they don't make enough money to sort of stand up. It's like you said, StarCraft's probably one of the few, and then the Total War series has managed to hold its own. But games like the game series like Command and Conquer, even Warcraft and stuff like that, have sort of faded off into obscurity, unfortunately.
I mean, they're planning on redoing them, so they'll come out eventually. But then there's also a lot of it becomes the sort of Civ-style turn-based strategy game, because that's what a lot of
Civ is very popular.
Yeah,
and games that are turn-based are a lot more popular.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of RTSs also that that like are not the standard RTS that you would think of. So like City Skylines, for example, would be like the current successor for a lot of the real-time strategy stuff, because it's not turn-based, it's real-time, it's strategy-based stuff, but it's not combat. It's like,
I was about to say City Skylines is a building sim.
It is, but it is the same sort of concept as the real-time strategy type thing. It's you develop over time and you have to respond to tactical things. You have to try and make your city as best you can, in the same way that the real-time strategy fighting games is you have to build your base and build your army and respond to, you know, the game as it sort of develops back and forth. In the same vein as like RPG versus like a Sea of Thieves as RPG versus Sea of Thieves as first-person shooter. There's elements of that. That's the successor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
in its sort of, yeah.
Sea of Thieves is RPG elements. It still wouldn't. I don't think it falls under RPG as a
No.
genre.
Yeah. But like
I see what you're saying. There is RPG elements to it, and there are RTS elements to City Skylines, but it's definitely not an RTS.
Yeah. But that's where all of the development has gone. All of the people who were making RTSs.
Is it magic or is it science, though? That's the real question.
Is it magic or is it science? But that's where a lot of the industry has gone to, is moved into turn-based or the sort of builder type real-time games.
Well, yeah, tycoon style and like base building, city building and sim games like that tend to be very popular as well, and they've held up quite strong. They make enough money to
a lot of like base building as well, like base building survival games. There's a lot of that kind of thing that is real time. It's not turn based. There's Civ type things that are real time. Heroes of Iron, and what's the other one? All the Paradoxy type games, like everything that comes out from Paradox, which is a super popular gaming company at the moment. And that will be the comparison, I think, is those games last you for thousands of hours, as opposed to a Call of Duty, which might last you 100.
Banished, the game Banished, which was a bit like a city civ simulator. There's no fighting in it that I know of, but like, yeah, it was really cool. Looked interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily agree that, you know, first person shooters are the majority of the market.
Well, you could literally look it up on Google, and I guarantee you it'd be FPSs overall. Or at least it was when I was like researching it.
I'll have to have a look at some point.
I wanted it myself. I went down a rabbit hole of various videos, and this person, it was basically the history of RTS games and the modern RTS. And essentially, it was just like, which is it makes you feel a bit old to think about it, doesn't it? But that's history now. RTSs are very old as a genre. And it went through their development over time, and you know, how did they start out, and then where did they go? The sort of grandfather to the modern RTS is the first Dune game. The very first Dune game is the original RTS. It came before any of the others, and all of the others were like sort of built off of that idea. The first Dune game. And that was really cool. And I watched the video, but I was like, you know, I don't want to believe what you're saying because you're telling me that RTS is kind of dead at the moment. And he's like, could it be revived? And I'm like, sure it can. What are you talking about? Total War's big? Then I looked it up, and I can't remember what the numbers were, but RTS was not doing well.
I guess the question is like, how do you classify that? Are you saying that real-time strategy has to only be, you know, the Total War or the Age of Empires style?
So when you're classifying the genre RTS, the idea is that there is base building, you're commanding troops. Now Total War doesn't have any base building in the actual fighting. So there's at the very minimum, I'm guessing it's troop commandment. So you're commanding multiple armies of troops or multiple units against other units. And that's pretty broad, I imagine. So you can.
Yeah, because then you like, there's a lot of games like that you probably wouldn't have considered to be RTSs necessarily.
If they're defined as RTSs, they probably would have been included on the stats. Let's ride this train, yeah. Ooh, come on, let's ride this train.
Will we ride this train?
Oh, artist, why? This mana trick thing is overpowered. It's a level 30 and it's beating up all my Pokemon. I don't want to know what this would be like if it was a higher level. And it's got what the hell? It's got potions? I've gone back to an older area and this thing is kicking my ass.
Yeah, they do that.
And don't get me wrong, I don't like it. Like, I love RTSs. They were one of my favorite genres growing up. And I've realized I wasn't good at them. I used to think I was good at strategies, but I've never really been good at them, as it turns out.
Yeah, I've never been particularly good at them. I enjoy them endlessly, but...
Yeah, I love a good round of Red Alert. Kind of miss it, actually. We should play some more of that at some point. Now that we've both got good computers, we should get Red Alert 2. Play that together.
Yeah.
Not that you need a good computer to play Red Alert 2, but it definitely helps. I'll have to go back and figure out what the loops you have to go through to get Red Alert 2 working was. Oh my god, I just knocked down another one of my Pokemon. Fucking stop. Red Alert 2 was probably one of my all-time favorites. Probably on my top 5 favorites games of all time when I was younger. We played the first Red Alert. That wasn't. That was just one of the first games I played. That wasn't like my favorite of all time. But Red Alert 2, I played a lot of that one. Then there was the Battle for Middle-earth, which is being fan reforged at the moment, remastered. It's unfortunately a fan-made project, which means it's going slowly, but everything you see of it is just beautiful. The planned lifespan for the Hail was 10 years. We are year 5 for the game. I don't know what the Hail is. Oh, for the game. I think he was talking about Sea of Thieves. Did I miss... Were we like too in-depth in conversation? Did I miss some stuff there, Calamity? That makes me sad, Calamity. The game's gonna die after another 5 years. 5 years can pass really quickly. The last 2 years
Sure
definitely did. They both happened very quickly and they took way too long at the same time. So much has happened in the last 2 years.
So yeah, you seem to be correct, although this is specifically talking about America, that shooters are the share of the genre. But
I know you don't mean it that way, but the way you toned and phrased that was so cool, so good. It's like,
well,
I guess you seem to be correct.
The reason why I say that seem to be correct is that it's then saying that it's like contradicting itself, saying that different things are in different categories. So it's trying to say that like Dota and League of Legends are part of real-time strategy, but it's not counting them in the place.
They are technically under the subgenre, but that's more of a subgenre for them. Just they are real-time strategy, but
yeah. But if you add those in, then it comes up to be comparable.
Well, because they're higher, yeah. MOBAs are much higher up there. But MOBAs are a different kind of strike. Dota is different, very different. The way you play a game like Dota is very different to the way you would play a game like StarCraft, and I say StarCraft first because obviously StarCraft was where Dota came from. Before Warcraft, Dota was based in the StarCraft engine, but it's a different game completely.
Yeah. But this is the problem I have with the discussion, is that like if you're saying that shooters are the most popular one, but then you're counting something like a Destiny, which is as much RPG and looter as it is a shooter game, or a Sea of Thieves type thing, which has elements of both, but then trying not to count a Dota or one of those base management.
Well, I wouldn't consider Sea of Thieves an RTS. Sorry, not an RTS, an FPS. Like it does have FPS elements. I don't actually know what its main genre is. I think its main genre is open world adventure.
I would say probably if you did an RPG adventure, that would be the biggest category, because there's so many of those games.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
and then how much of that game do you include? Are you including all the mobile games? Are you including all of the... Because if you start to include like the Asian markets, then all of the mobile games and all of the RPG style games would massively outweigh any of the shooters. It's just that, you know, America specifically has a very shooter focused...
Even Australia, though, I think.
Australia to a degree, yeah. Australia's pretty varied.
When I think of games that are played by the majority of people, I think of games like Call of Duty. Like the basic Tom, Dick, and Harry would play games like Call of Duty, and they would like laugh at the person that plays more complex games.
See, I would have said like an RPG, Dark Souls, Breath of the Wild. hack and slash
Well, no, because those are still considered to be like
RPGs.
more geeky, nichey games.
Eh. Like even a GTA, which would be the like
Well, GTA, yeah, GTA is super popular. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry plays GTA.
yeah. I don't know many people who play like exclusively or majority first-person shooters.
Well, that's because we don't like those kind of people.
Fair.
Those are again. This is the like generic populace. We tend to get along with people that are interested in the same things that we're interested in.
Oh, but even like, you know, as a teacher at school, kids don't really talk about them all that much. They don't play them all that much.
What do the kids around your schools play?
Even back in the day, we didn't. They play a lot of like mobile style games that either they have like cross-play interaction between
Like Candy Crush and stuff.
there's a whole bunch of like Boxel and things that are like build a level and then challenge someone else to do the same level, or a lot of the like IO type games, the ones that are like simple
Minecraft.
but challenged things that like, you know, Slither or
Fortnite. That's probably one of the biggest ones. That's also a shooter again.
yeah.
A shooter builder, but then I've heard they removed the building element, so...
They removed the building element.
Apparently they did. I don't know if they put them back, but they took away
I've
the
never
building
played or watched Fortnite long enough to actually know anything about it.
Well, it actually really interested me when, like, it was first coming out. I was like, this looks like it'll be cool, you know? It's a shooter game where you can build things around you as you're fighting and stuff. That sounds awesome. Like Minecraft, but with guns. And then I never ended up playing it, and I saw it as it developed, and I was like, I don't know if this is my style. And then I saw the community that it developed, and I was like, this is definitely not my style.
From the very beginning, it just seemed like a shameless ripoff of all the other Battle Royale that was already starting to be a bloated genre even before it got started.
I'm pretty sure Fortnite came before, like, something like PUBG, for example. And PUBG, I think, and Fortnite are the two most popular.
Yeah,
Battle
they're
Royales
the
out
most
there.
popular now.
And I enjoy PUBG. I enjoyed that. I would install it and play that again. If you're ever interested in playing PUBG, I will have a few rounds of PUBG.
It's free now.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, can I have my money back?
Nope.
Fuck, okay. That sucks. Didn't know it was free, but that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed PUBG, jumping out of a plane, and I've heard that they've improved it a lot as well. Like, it's a lot less buggy than it used to be.
So PUBG was released before Fortnite by a full year.
Oh, okay. Because there was a whole debacle. One of them was trying to sue the other one.
Yeah, PUBG was one of the original Battle Royale style shooters, and Fortnite took most of the elements of it to begin with, at least. But there were other ones that were like literally one-to-one rip-offs as well of PUBG and of the others.
Well, and then also, like, a lot of games had their own games made within them. So there was, like, Minecraft PUBG, Minecraft Fortnite,
Yeah.
rip-offs. Ark did a big one. They did their own separate game release, even. I believe it was called Ark Survival of the Fittest. I played that, and it was not super good, but then again, I always disliked Ark. I thought Ark was...
Not a fan.
Like, I loved the dinosaurs. I loved the idea, but the interface was terrible for me. Like, I hated the interface. Like, you're into Ark, no offense to you, but I didn't like.
No,
the
he's
interface.
saying offense to you. He's saying you're bad. You should feel
But
bad.
also, Ark had a similar problem of like Rust. Started developing a pretty toxic sort of community, and I guess that's innate with like a game where if you fall asleep, your base can be entirely destroyed and raided, and you can be killed or tied up. Like that, it's kind of encouraging that kind of assholism. But at least something I appreciate about Rust is the person that designed it to be exactly that. He was like, I'm making this game to be a reflection of how shit humanity is. And I'm like, that's cool. You're not pretending that you've got some wholesome community or something. You're just like, hey, people suck. Look, here is a game that proves it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that was it. That's what Rust was supposed to be. And that's what Rust is. You play Rust and people are shit in it. People are just terrible in Rust. You get some wholesome
You play Rust,
interactions.
you're an arsehole, everybody else is an arsehole.
You don't have to be an arsehole. Like,
No,
you can
you
be
do.
nice in Rust. It's hard. It is hard to be nice in Rust because there's just so many bad people.
No, you're legally required to be an arsehole in Rust. That's how it works.
But Rust, it's literally like trying to be good in the zombie apocalypse because people are such assholes in it. Like, they'll do anything to rip you off. Take a game like DayZ, it's much easier to be nice in there. In the old days of DayZ, I don't know how it is now, but in the old days you had the Bambis and the heroes. The Bambis were the new ones, and the Bambis, bandits, and heroes. The Bambis were the new ones, the people that were kind of lost and didn't know what they were doing. The heroes were exactly what you would imagine. They would go out of their way to help the Bambis, and the bandits would kill everybody on sight. They were the reapers of the DayZ sort of community. And there were a lot of really nice people in DayZ. I made lots of good friends playing DayZ. Never made any, like,
It also
really
had a
good friends.
huge toxic community though, as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm comparing it to a game like Rust. I never
Yeah.
made any good long-term friends playing Rust. I've met some nice people.
You're not supposed
but
to
they were
make friends
still-
playing Rust.
Well, you
You're
make
supposed
clans.
to be an arsehole.
You make clans. You sort of band together as groups of assholes.
It's part of the terms and conditions. I don't think you ever read it. It says, if you play Rust, you have to be an arsehole.
To be an asshole. So we're gonna play Rust then at some point.
No, I don't want to be an arsehole.
We'll play Rust and just try and be as wholesome as we possibly can.
I always avoid games like that.
Well, I had a friend that jumped on recently. He's like, hey, we should get some people together and just go back into the DayZ at some point. Play some DayZ. And I'm like, I guess we could maybe. I don't know. If you're interested in that, artist, maybe we could do some DayZ.
Yeah, we could do some DayZ. How are the servers? Are they still...
DayZ?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Running
regular
and
updates.
thriving?
Yeah, they're thriving. They're thriving. Apparently, they're doing really well. I haven't played it in a while, but I've seen some content from it from last year from a YouTuber called Modest Pelican. He did some DayZ videos, and I was like, this looks pretty close to as I remember it. And most of DayZ is just dying from COVID, so it'll be like,
Yeah, I love it.
you get sick. You can get sick so easily in DayZ, so you have to be careful. And if you get sick, you can get other people sick by just getting close to them. So you have to like be very careful.
And you have to get as many people sick as you possibly can. That's the rule.
Well, you could, if that's how you want to play the game. It is entirely your right.
It is my right. And I am right. Alright, it is 11 o'clock. How we doing, buddy?
Shit, so it is. How's your training been going?
Not too bad. I've definitely gone up a few levels. I believe Too Fat to Carry was 56 or 54. Tempest was definitely below 50. Marky Nano was definitely below 50 as well. Tropius was 42. It is now 45. Pika Bird has gone up a level, I think, or 2 levels. And Frumpy Lumpy has gone up a bunch of levels.
Lumpy. Such a funny name.
So we're doing pretty well, yeah.
My Tropius has only gone up by, I think, 2 levels. It's ridiculous. It's taking
Go
me
and
some
go
time.
and fight. Go and fight your way through Victory Road.
Don't make me do that.
Do it. You'll be versing things at a higher level, which means that you're more likely to get more experience, and then you'll be able to level up faster.
One of my Pokemon just leveled up. I don't know which one. Tropius is getting there though.
Do it. Do it.
Still, wouldn't be a bad idea to sort of raid out somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
Got this
thinking
really
Cognitive
cool
Bard.
person called the New World Artist. Fuck! I lost that one.
Hey. Got him.
Let's have a look.
Here. Oh, there's someone in my pinned channel. It's Cognitive Beard.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, you were saying?
One day there's gonna be an actual streamer called Cognitive Beard.
There will be.
We'll have to raid them. Birchography. I haven't caught up with him in a while, and he's live. He's playing As Dusk Falls. Don't know what that is.
Let's have a look.
Don't really have any other Pokemon people at the moment. And I don't think it's a search for a new raid person kind of night, because we're already at 11 o'clock and it's
Yeah, most of mine are doing art. Sea of Thieves, Back for Blood, Sea of Thieves. Lots of
I have
art.
the classic Hex and Barjo. They are both streaming at the moment, but I don't know if they're like, because they're huge, so I don't know if they allow small time streamers to raid them.
Let's just raid
sometimes
Birch. It's been a while.
Let's just raid Birch. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while
since I've been
raiding.
Birchography. I love Birch. He's such a
No.
sweetheart.
You're
He's
a
been
sweetheart.
supporting our extended streaming community since the very start.
Sure has. So send him
Before
some
I was
love.
a streamer.
If you are subscribed to me, you can copy and paste my little raidy do.
If you're subscribed to me, which you probably won't be, but if you happened to be, you can use my little raidy do.
Hey.
Me and the artist fighting a creeper and some zombies.
Yeah.
Artist will be back tomorrow with
I will.
some art.
With some art, we'll be working on this merchy stuff. So you'll be able to see
stuff.
merch things, new merch things. Merch things will be in the store in the next couple of days. So check it out, merch stuff, awesome merch stuff.
I'm gonna try and
Buy
come
it.
back and hit you guys with a stream on Thursday, and maybe artists can join me. Maybe we can find some time to play a game or two. We haven't,
Yeah.
we haven't played Sea of Thieves in a bit. Maybe we can take advantage of a Thursday for some Sea of Thieves. You interested? I played Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves.
Why not?
I played Sea of Thieves just yesterday, but artist hasn't played in a bit, so we gotta keep his Sea of skills.
Gotta
now
keep
that he's
on
a
me.
pirate.
All right,
He's
we're
a
heading
pirate
off.
legend.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Hi, everybody.